So you don't know what's happening in this world. You and I are taken for a ride. So friends, with all this background knowledge, now let me tell you, lifestyle change is the only future for your health. Your health is in your hands. It's not in anyone's hands. It's not in doctor's hands, medicine's hands, no. You don't know when once you get a disease, what will happen to you. The greatest neurosurgeon, one of the best neurosurgeons in America, an Indian boy, youngster, very interesting boy. He gets cancer at a young age, lung cancer. Boy who married an American girl, they were planning to have a child, and he gets a little cough and loses weight, and then writes a book. When breath becomes air. You must read that book. You will cry. You will cry. He's the best boy, best neurosurgeon, and he is supposed to be the best, and 5 universities wanted him as professor. But he chooses his own university, Stanford, and joins there. His wife is an internist, and they join. And then they choose the best cancer specialist in America. Because they're, Western says, just Google it, and they get the best cancer specialist. And this girl says, don't worry, your cancer has 3 treatments. 1, a tablet a day, 20 years life. If it fails, chemotherapy, 5 years of life. If it fails, radiation, surgery, another 5 years of life. So you have another 25 years of life, you can plan your family. Husband and wife plan for a child. And she becomes pregnant. Tablet fails, chemotherapy fails, to cut the long story short, he dies. But before dying, he writes this book. This boy has done masters in English literature before going to the medical school in Yale, and he is a fantastic English, I tell you. This is a book worth its weight in gold. When breath becomes air. What a beautiful thing. When breath becomes air is a poem written by Walt Whitman, and the same poem's title he takes for the book. And if you read that book, you know this relying on doctors, medicines, and things like that is like relying on the devil. You rely on yourself. You say, let me not get cancer. If I get cancer, God only can help. I mean, if money can do and treatment, Jayalalitha would have died. Would she have died? She shouldn't have died. Because she can command anything in the world. But then, it has limitations. That is why don't get into a situation where you go into that what is called the mortuary, pre-mortuary, that is intensive care unit. Ultimate destination is the mortuary, but before that you go through the intensive care unit so that you drain yourself of all your savings and your other things. So, lifestyle. What a beautiful saying. Very simple, very simple. Eat half of what you want to eat. Supposing you want to eat 4 idlis, stop at 2 idlis. You will live probably another 20 years longer. Studies showed rats fed full stomach lived half the time of rats just fed half stomach. Can you believe that? So stop when you think you can eat equal amount. And eat in moderation and don't have any restrictions. Who told you must have a breakfast in the morning, a lunch in the afternoon and evening? Nothing. Whenever you feel hungry, you eat something. When you don't feel hungry, don't eat nothing. So eating at, in the olden days, one pediatrician killed a lot of children in America. He said, time feed a child. 2 o'clock, breastfeeding. 3 o'clock, something else. 4 o'clock, something else. Then when a lot of children died, he said, I'm sorry. Child knows when it wants food. It cries. Feed it. Don't overload it. There are even now Western aping Indian mothers who feed by the clock. Don't do that. You also don't do that. But one good advice which I gave yesterday is good. Don't eat after the sundown. These Jains, the Jiten and all, they don't eat after sundown. They call it as palahara. That means they eat everything other than rice. That's what happens. But anyway, we had a lot of good ideas. Don't eat. Number 2, help as many people as you can. Each time you help somebody, that fellow will not be grateful to you. Forget it. He'll be ungrateful to you. But you are benefiting yourself. Because your body is built in such a way that paropakarartham idam shariram. You are here for others. And so try to do good to everybody. But the minute you do some good to somebody, follow Jesus. Let not the right hand know what the left hand does. Forget. And if you forget, you're happy.
ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟವಾಗಿದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ವಿಡಿಯೋಗಾಗಿ ಬೆಲ್ ಬಟನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಒತ್ತಿ.